welcome back to the Apatros Review. In this episode, Ring Zero Birthday. Hi there, welcome back to the Apatros Review. I'm your host, Mile Sipka, and join me as I take you in the wild world through science fiction, action, and horror, all from a personal film collection of DVDs. I got like 1,200 DVDs. I'm going to try and do these episodes like one every 2 days for the next couple of weeks, just to clear out my schedule a bit, speed through it. Anyway, this film, I just showed you, Ring Zero Birthday, it's a prequel to actually the third and final film, The Ring Cycle, not counting the Spiral that came out, alternative sequel that came out a little bit before. Anyway, this also had a different director. The original director was Hideo Nakata, while this one is by Norio Tsuruta. Now, after Ring propelled the Japanese horror genre into the Western world's pop culture, spawning the likes of Pulse, June, and the Hong Kong-type production of The Eye, also known as Seeing Ghosts, in itself becoming a major genre franchise, it seemed that the Asian ghost story will last for a very long time, particularly in the American English language remakes that became the norm in the early years of the 21st century, particularly in the 2000s. But as the old saying goes, all good things must come to an end. The Ring franchise began to show cracks in its facade, particularly in the sense that the original film was never meant to have sequels, despite its rather open ending. The two alternating sequels, The Spiral, made the same year as the original, and Ring 2, which was the better of the two, and in my opinion the best film in the Japanese Ring cycle, excepting the American original remake of The Ring, tried to continue the story in different ways, only to leave critics divided. Hideo Nakata then left the franchise to make other films, and the Ring cycle ended with this prequel, which was meant to explain away the origins of the curse. Needless to say, the film fared even poorer than the previous films. Ring Zero Birthday is set 30 years before the original film. The reporters who drove Sadako's psychic mother to suicide during the infamous ESP experiment trial have all died under strange circumstances. The fiancée of the first man to die, herself a reporter named Miyagi, believes that she knows who is responsible for the deaths and is determined to track Sadako down and kill her as revenge for her fiancée's demise. After the trial goes cold at Sadako's school, she learns that Sadako has joined the theater troupe and is understudying for the lead actress in a play called The Mask. How appropriate. Sadako gets a break when the lead actress is found dead in a chair from what looks like terminal shock, and the director picks Sadako to lead the production. Also, the sound tapes, back then they were like open reel audio recorders, these for sound effects and that, starts exhibiting a strange sound on it. Anyway, Sadako is picked to lead the production, but the others in the troupe find the intensely introverted Sadako to be strange, and only the Sandman Toyama is welcoming, much to the chagrin of his female friend Itsuko. As Sadako prepares for her role, a series of strange occurrences begin to take shape, and Miyagi, who is armed with an audio tape reel recorded during the ESP trial, decides to sabotage Sadako's career. The director because he suspects Sadako's past and tries to kill her, but Toyama stops him, accidentally killing the man in the process. Successfully hiding the director's corpse, the pair attempt to mount the play themselves, but Miyagi manages to bribe Itsuko to switch the play's soundtrack of the ESP trial tape, and it causes all hell to break loose when Sadako's mother returns as a ghost, and the girl's psychic powers bursting out to attack the audience. Carrie, Japanese style. It is also revealed that Sadako has something of a twin sister who is kept in the shadows to keep her from killing people. Now, Ring Zero Birthday or Ring Zero Bazudai in Japanese, is a very different film experience than the preceding Ring films, mainly because director Norio Tsuruta has a very different approach to Hideo Nakata. Unlike the previous two films, which were technically very sophisticated, mainly the soundtrack effects, but stylistically very crude, meant to convey a sense of pervasive dread at the expense of a good story, Tsuruta's prequel, by comparison, is more traditional in technical aspects, but with a better written, more coherent story that is much more restrained and scares. Now, personally, I didn't understand quite the buzz about Ring when it came out, the original Ring, but I thought Ring 2 was actually the best of the Ring cycle. I'll review them in the future, sometime next year or so. And indeed, the film is nothing more than supernatural drama, with no actual scare scene here, and trying to tie the loose ends of the Ring story together to make more sense. But key points in the mythology remain unexplained. The VHS technocurse that the other films are based on is missing here, although an earlier version of the curse involving the open reel tape recorder is seen here in its place. Or only minimally described. The ESP experiment that started the whole thing off is only fleetingly depicted. Bit of a killer mistake for this film, and the mother's suicide is not even bothered to be dealt with, which means that Tsuruta has failed to do the thing that Ring Zero is supposed to have done as a prequel, or for the rest of the film makes for the slightly average Japanese version of Carrie. I hereby give Ring Zero Birthday a C, which is a 4 out of 10, an average film at best. Now, as for the gore report, this is a healthy body count but no gore. A little bit of blood. As for nudity, nope, nothing like that here. Oh, by the way, when the film ends, like when the film actually ends, before the credits start, you actually hear that sound. That's on the open reel tape recorders. Now, as for the new DVD, this was one of the large number of Asian-sourced horror films released in Australia by Eastern Eye, a subsidiary of Madman Entertainment that started off in the early 2000s, putting out Asian film releases, stuff like this, and it's still around. As for this DVD, the quality is a little lacking, given that the Japanese were at this point in time using filming equipment that lacks the clarity of your standard Hollywood film. The thing looks like it was shot in video, which such as that it resembles. The soundtrack is pretty decent, indeed better than the picture, and the English subtitles are well rendered. As for the supplement, there is a limited package, with a pretty pointless stills gallery, some now obsolete filmographies for Norio Tsuruta, Koji Suzuki, the writer, and Yuki Nakama, the actress who played Sadako. Yuki's filmography stretches to 2 pages, while the others only have a single page apiece. You can actually get more information from IMDb, and trailers for the Ring cycle and some preview trailers for other Madman releases. That was coming out of my mouth. The ubiquitous Madman propaganda film, The Feature. There are also a pair of Easter eggs to find here. The first is the standard DVD credits, basically highlight filmographies and extras menu and press left, while the second is the infamous video that is the center point of the franchise. To find this one, highlight Madman propaganda on the same extras menu, then press left. And you'll find it. A pretty decent package of this film. Australian fans who enjoyed this one if they like the film enough to track the DVD down. Anyway, hope you're enjoying your coronavirus lockdown, and keep watching. Anyway, that's it for this review.